And welcome along and welcome to another time lapse here on Fenton Forest. Today we are going to be harvesting field 2. We need to get started on that first, so let's get our combine out. We will get it, I think we need to get it, yeah, we're going to put the GPS on it, except, however, we're down to minus 792, so we tried to put the GPS on it, and it didn't work. So a nice field of soybeans here. Hopefully we'll get a nice harvest of these off and be able to make a little money from these. Combine is going nicely, and I should say actually this time lapse is going to be a little longer. So we've slowed everything down a little bit. We're now running at 5 times speed instead of 10 times, which these previous time lapses have been, because I thought we would give us a little bit more time to explain what we're doing and to dwell on the few bits and pieces that we're going for. First row done on our soybeans, and we are 30% full, so it's going to be just over 3 rows per tank on that. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get our overloader here and get that over to the field. We'll also need to get our truck and gravity wagon trailer over there as well. There we go. So we'll get this over to the field as well, and that will get us all set up and prepared. Hopefully the cotton's going to come ripe today, but I don't think we're actually going to have enough time to do it. Personally, I think we're going to end up getting the soybeans done today. What we do have is a lot of weeds on our cotton, so we're going to need to fill this up with herbicide. We currently have, we have all of these that we left on the field of herbicide. So we'll get that. Well, that is now loading into our sprayer while we've returned to field 2, so that we can empty our combine for the first time. Combine is at 90%. So yeah, as I said, just over 3 rows at a time this will do. So we're probably gonna get about 3 tanks off this field, I think, is the most likely thing. Yeah, if I can set myself to the right speed. There we go. So we're 19% full on the herbicide, 27, 47, 57 and 77. Now that should be enough for us to spray our crop with, and we got this with GPS. So when we bought this with GPS, so we will get that running on this field as well. There we go, and we'll spray as we're doing our first GPS course. And there we go. So nicely set up on GPS now. Nice assisted steering, and that means that we will should maximize our coverage of the herbicide on here without having to worry too much about what we're going to lose. We're nearly down to minus £1,000 at the moment. So we are going to have to rectify that in a minute, I think. Now there must be, we're certainly going to have some soybeans to sell a little bit later in this. I'm just thinking if there's anything else that we can sell in order to do that. In order to bring some extra money in. But we should be alright. Once we got these soybeans harvested, we should be alright. We probably want to get having a look at the animals a bit today as well, I think. I think that would be a good thing. And yeah, there it is. In the full glory, the 40-45, as it is. Our combine is 87% full at this point, so we're going to go and empty that as soon as we've finished spraying this field. So that is the herbicide done on here. I'm trying to remember if that needs fertilizer as well. I'm going to just put this away for now. I think we're fully fertilized on that field if I remember correctly. Combine is full, so we'll get that emptied. There we go. Pity we couldn't have emptied this on the next run. Pity it didn't quite make it round. That would have been good. What we're going to get started on here as well is we're going to get us the manure. We're going to get a manure spread on the soybeans at this point. Of course, we've got no money, so we are going to have to borrow 5,000 in order to do this. And as I said before, we do want to get a larger manure spreader. So at some point, we're going to have to look at upgrading this. It's just simply because we'll get further on it and get more done. There is a manure spreader actually that would be pretty cool to have on here, which we might grab. So which does have a much larger capacity, and would be a dedicated manure spreader. So I think we might have a look at that. It's a version of the Terragator, and would work well on here. We are down to 15% manure, so we're going to have to fill this up any moment. There we go. And this is the only thing about doing manure. It's cheap to do it, but at the same time, it really is a bit time consuming because you have to fill up so much. And I have had people suggest to me, fill it up at the side of the field, or that was the other thing, create a courseplay course that will allow you to fill it up at the side, or for it to automatically go and fill up. And to be perfectly honest, I'm quite happy in this series to keep filling the manure spreader up. It's not a huge problem, although quite what happened there with the hired worker, I'm not sure, but it's not a huge problem. And works quite well. As I said, all we really need is a larger manure spreader. This holds 22,000 litres. I know there is an absolutely huge one in game. Came in the Big Bud pack in FS17, and it's probably big enough to handle or big enough to cover these fields. The trouble with it is, it takes a lot of horsepower to pull it, and I'm not sure if any of our tractors on the farm actually have the power to pull it. So we're just checking where is the best place to go and sell our soybeans, because our soybeans are basically going to be ready to sell at the end of this. I think I've got some in the silo, but yeah, I think I forget to actually go and fill them up before we go and sell these. But yeah, back one's full, front one is next, and yeah, on another manure run. So I think that's 3 runs that we've done of manure on here, so that's not too bad. Yeah, could do with a larger capacity manure spreader. Alternatively, could do with a large lorry trailer full of manure. So if we had something that held like 60,000, we could fill this up. We could get a conveyor belt, get that at the side, tip into the conveyor belt, and then load it that way. Now that would be an option. And there is a brand new truck trailer that's got released recently that might be worth getting on here. So I think next time we certainly need to get the flatbed. We've got to sell the wool on this map. But yeah, so we're getting the cultivator out now and getting that started. So basically just trying to get this field turned around as quickly as possible. And get our combine out the way, and then we can drop the header off that. I think this combine needs a clean. Really could do with a clean. Header and harvester though are in good condition. 22.9 and 27.8% respectively. So we'll give this a quick wash and just get this looking a bit better. And it won't degrade quite so quickly if we've got it nice and clean. Right, we're going to park this up then and put it away. There we go. And switch over to our manure spreader, which has the smallest little bit left to do. We are going to try and do some manure, I think, on the cotton next time, so I'm not too worried about overfilling this, other than, of course, money is a fairly tight thing. So there we go, 100% again. And yeah, we're not going to use anywhere near that much on the remainder of this field. Cultivator is still going nicely, that's good news. Right, and there we go. So all of 11% we used there. So yeah, fair amount of manure left in here, and but we will use that up at some point. Right, so let's park that up, put that away, and take our 7R back to the shed. Over to our soybeans, and we're going to go and sell these now. So we need to get these sold. They're worth quite a bit of money to us. That is a really sharp corner to get out of there. There we go. And I think it's the middle grain mill is where we need to sell these. So up and round the map. It really is a very, very scenic map. And nothing like its original that it's based on. Well, the only thing that's really based on it still is the road system, but it just looks nothing like Felsford as far as the actual look of it goes. Right, here we go. Let's. Oh, I think we get caught. Yeah, we've got caught on the railing. Hopefully, we can get this off this. There we go. And back up and in, and let's unload that. There we go. That's one done, and then that's the second. Up to 85,000. So that's good. That's really good. So we've gone from negative to 85,000. So that is absolutely brilliant. And we'll get this back to the yard and then get on with our next job. Right, here we are back at the farm. Brilliant. Let's park this up. And then we're going to go and jump into our 8R here. And we'll get this, we'll get this planting, I think. Which means we need to get our jewels on. Like so. And go and find our planter. If we can. Yeah, there it is. A nice, big Great Plains planter. We have GPS on this tractor, which is, again, massively useful. We're going to plant canola in this field. So we've done 2 rounds of cotton. I think we're going to go canola this time. And we are currently down to... in fact, no, we didn't have GPS on this tractor. We added GPS. Seem to have there we go. Seem to have a little bit of a problem setting up our track there, but we have got it now. So yes, canola in this field now. I think we're at the point where we need to have a third field. I think we need to get something extra done. I'm not quite sure. I got my eyes on either field 3 or field 7, I think. Both of those fields are not too far from our farm, and both would be good. 7 is not a rectangular field, so it might be a better choice for us, to be honest. But I think we'll have a look. We'll see how we go. Up and round, and this is doing well. We are not going to run out of seed doing this, I don't think. I think it's going well, and the 8RT is keeping nicely ahead of us as well. So there you can see 7 is up by the crane. This does need lime spreading, so we might have to spread some lime on here. We're in a position, so I think we might get our 4045 John Deere spreader on here and get that going. I don't think the tank is overly big, especially for lime. So I think we're going to end up with quite a few trips, which could cost quite a bit with the lime, because lime is one of those things that gets very expensive. So we have a good amount of fertilizer in here, so we'll drop that out, and we will fill up with the lime that is along here. So this only takes 10,000 litres of lime. It's not a huge amount of lime that goes into this. And I don't think there's any way of extending this. So this actually ends up being is actually smaller than our spreader. There we go. Get that going. Try and set up a GPS again. Up the field. There we are. So that is all set up. And let's continue on with our spread. Perfect. So yeah, we're spreading this. I'm not. Yeah, you shouldn't really spread lime after you have seeded, but in this case, we need to spread the lime in order to get our maximum yield out of it. So this isn't the most realistic way of doing this. I would have much preferred to have done it the other way around had I realised. As you can see, though, we have lime. We've run out of lime after a row and a third. So this is going to be really quite a few trips back and forth to get this field limed. So we'll start from this end and get that going again. We need to move our cultivator out of the way. Oh. And then we can cultivate that last little bit. There we go. So that ran to the end. So we'll get this running again. There we go. We will deal with our seeder, and we'll run our seeder now to the end, I think. What we have is, with the cultivator coming down, we want to make sure that we get the full width. This needs refilling again. Yeah, it's a lot. Again, lime, I would say maybe it's a great idea for us to get a bulker trailer, something big that we can tip towards the conveyor belt and get stuff to the field that we want. Right, that is done. Our cultivator is all finished. We want to get our seeder going again. So we will line that up so it's in line with the edge of the field. Always fun. There we go. And leave that off on a hired worker while we go and put our cultivator away. There we go. And we are finished with our 8RT now as well, so we'll park that up too. Back over to the lime spreader again. It is run out, so it's going to take. Yeah, it really is a lot of lime spreading in this. We need to get our lime spread and sort it out. And it's sort of the whole thing of forgetting that need to do that every so often. Need to get the lime out on the field. But it'll be okay. We should get a decent yield off this now. There we are. And our seeder has finished, so we'll get that to the end there. Get our seeder out of the way. Let's park that there while we finish this off. There we go. One more row. And run out of lime again. That's annoying. Always that little bit at the end. So we won't fully fill this up. We'll go to a. Oh no, we will. Actually, we did fully fill that up. For some reason, I thought I only half filled that, but no, we fully filled that. So at some point, we're probably going to have to empty this in order to spread solid fertilizer again. Yeah, 76% lime left in here. I think we're gonna have to do the cotton field once it's finished anyway. So park that up. Get our other tractor back. There we go. So park that up as well because we're all finished with that. And I think that pretty much does us for today. I don't think there is that much left to do. The only thing we do have, thinking about it, as you can see, is just to whip round quickly and clear the animals. So chickens are all clean. Pigs definitely needs a little bit of work. So there they are. Sheep, and the sheep, yeah, the sheep have so much wool. Now that is going to be full next time. So I need to make sure I got the flatbed. And then as always, the cows, we can't put this silage back in there, so we put that into the store, and we can then fill them up from that later. And there we go. Right, we're going to go get our cotton harvester into the right place, ready for next time. But really, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.